Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing out there? Good morning, Tom. So, ladies and gentlemen, we should have an interesting one here. Got through Nvidia earnings last night. Market is up overnight, gapping up here. And we will see what today brings. Putting the gap here on the chart, because we are in a gap up. I would assume we're not going to drop down there before the open. We do have a gap fill right above us too. Morning, Jonathan. Hey, Bruno. Hey, Oceans. Good morning, y'all. Make sure you guys are liking the stream on your way in. Hey, Coffee. So yeah, pretty much the only news for today, the only scheduled news is existing home sales at 10 a.m. Other than that, I will check to see if there's any earnings, because Nvidia reported yesterday. Very likely that there's some other major players. Let me see here. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, nothing really major. Nothing really major. Nvidia is the major one. We have like Gap and Ross, like some retailers. Nothing that's going to move the market. I don't know. If Ross Dress for Less has bad earnings, it could tank everything, right? Good morning, Go. Good morning, Paul. 6 minutes away from the open, and yeah, we got a decent looking uptrend. I have it partitioned out here in two separate channels. We got our spike up, we got our secondary channel. That's what I'm playing so far. You know, these secondary channels not super reliable before the open like this, but we're gonna go with it for now. And if it holds, it could present us a good long right off the get-go. This is a pretty decent opportunity right in here. Had a 2 legs back, 1 and 2. So that would have been the bar to go long on. However, if you zoom in, this thing is barely, maybe not even touching the EMA. You want to see the signal bar like legitimately test it. You know, you want it to actually try to break down below, and then for the body to end up a lot closer to the moving average. Something like that I would have taken, no problem. Morning, Shayak. Morning, Jersey. Hey, Greg. The NQ looking legit as well. Got that secondary channel working. Gap is above. And look how the channel is matching the moving average perfectly. That's how you know that you might be onto something as far as the channel goes. So we'll see what a pullback looks like. We might get a long chance there. Morning, Bill. Two minutes now till the open, and both indices totally good with long. I wish that the S&P would actually touch the top of the channel. That would make it a lot better. As always, you want a really healthy channel is going to keep oscillating between the two extremes. When you start getting a gap at the top, that's when you may start getting a reversal. Morning, Neil. $30 seconds now till the open. Gentlemen, start your engines. Make sure, guys, you're hitting the like button as we get going. Maybe you can time it right with the market open. Got 10 seconds to try to do it right at the market open. You get a special prize, I think, if that happens. Or maybe a double rainbow appears or something. Here we go. So yeah, I'm not liking a long too much. As I said, the growing space at the top of the channel is not a good look. Nasdaq would be a lot cleaner. So we'll see what happens at the EMA. Sorry if I'm freezing there. It looked like I went offline for a second. Let me know if you guys can see and hear me still. Good morning, Squid. Cool. Cool. Glad you can hear me. And the S&P does have a break of the channel, attempting to make a new high. And we're starting to put in what looks like a bit of a range. Watching for that. Tom, I did watch a little bit of Community, not a lot. I don't watch a ton of TV. But yeah, I did watch when Community was on. I did watch that for a bit. Oh yeah, Tom, totally cool. Troy and Abed in the morning. Hey, Ketnell, what's going on? All right, so Nasdaq not holding the EMA, breaking below quite definitively. Woo-wee. Look at this move, man, oh man. Market is pissed right now. So make sure for sure that we are keeping track of this downtrend. This thing is picking up speed. We're right at yesterday's high, so this is for sure a level of interest. The gap fill is below us. The market might want to go fill that gap. Can still get going to the upside for sure. Obviously we need to be cautious with this big drop. Watching this channel. If we get a nice pullback that holds, we will be shorting. This is not a place to try to guess when it's going to bounce and try to predict the bottom. Hey, blue collar. When I look at yesterday's high, you do not include the overnight session. Correct. The high of day is always referring to the New York cash session. So overnight action is not factored in on that. Man, oh man, what a move. What a move. Good morning, Martin. Great morning to you, my friend. This is a very, very swift move down. Market is determined to go lower right now. But keep in mind, this is not a strong trend. It may be fast, it may be steep. That is not the same as strong. Strong is like slow and steady freight train, you know, it just keeps chugging along. Every little bar gets eaten up. This right now is just a big drop down. Can be easily reversed so far. I mean, obviously this can turn into a really strong trend. We could get into a bearish day, no problem. But we don't want to jump the gun on assuming that. Run and stops, exactly, Tom. Yeah, this is kind of a stop run. Yeah, so we just have to wait. This is not the time to either just jump in shorts because the market's dropping, and it's definitely not a time to try to predict the bottom and guess when it's going to bounce. It can always go a lot lower than you think. So just give it time. Give it time. The market will show its hand. It will start to become clear what's going on price action wise. Toad Vershoot. There it is, Toad. Get in on it. Okay, starting to get a little bit of a bounce here. Market catching a bid right here. And you know, just looking at price action, it does look like this very possibly could be our break and new low right here, and then having our bullish correction. We'll see if this has two legs, or maybe this thing just keeps going down, in which case we'll have to look for a wider channel. Or maybe it'll be the start of a new bear channel. I don't know. Very helpful when the market opens to just give it some time to develop, so all these pieces can kind of come into place, and price action can become clearer. We already filled the gap from overnight on the S&P. We're below yesterday's high. The next level to the downside would be yesterday's low, which is right here. And we're right at the overnight low too, so this will be potential area of support. You can see the market tried to go down here several times, and it was from there that we had this big bounce up. So definitely some buying interest around this area that we're at. We do have existing home sales now in 15 minutes. Keep that in mind. Sorry for the mute. Yeah, I was commenting on the fib thing there, Jeff. That's funny. Indicators, I mean, they're self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So if everybody, they work because people look at them. So if everyone's looking at the same indicator, then you're going to have some reactions at the particular levels, and Fibonacci for sure is an indicator that a lot of people look at. So yeah, you could certainly work at building an edge around that. As with everything, you got to test it, you got to back test it, you got to forward test it, figure out your specific conditions. It can't just be like, oh, buy immediately when it gets to this level or whatever. But yeah. ND asking, what is my take profit strategy? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, what is my trading strategy? How do I take profit? You'll have to clarify your question a little bit. Still getting that bounce, guys. Looks like 2 legs on ES. On NAS, still 1 leg, and we'll see how far it can go. Still bouncing here. We may consider a wider move if it keeps going up, and we're coming back to yesterday's high, so that is going to be a key area we need to see. If we're bullish, we need to see it get above without any problems. All right, a couple questions here. ND, do I have a fixed target or do I do trailing? Most of the time trailing. So what I will do is, let's say, give an example. Let's say I went long here, and I wouldn't have. Doesn't completely fit my setup, but let's say I went long here. I would be targeting the high of the move typically. So go long above my signal bar, my stops below the swing low, my target is at the swing high, and then usually I will trail once we get to the swing high. If the market's moving in one direction, I'll trail. So I'll let it get there, and then I'll start trailing below each bar. So in this instance, I would have been stopped out right here as it went below this bar. In this instance, same. I would have targeted the swing high, would have been stopped out right there. Like, got in here, got stopped out there. I was hoping to see an example where it doesn't get stopped out, but yeah, that's what I usually do. Target the high and then trail below each bar once it gets there. Or target the swing low if I'm shorting, obviously. Ketnell asks, I'm 1,700 away from getting funded. I am very nervous. What's your suggestion? Take it slow. 1,700 is a long way. Especially like depending on your drawdown. So that would be the first question, is what's your drawdown? But anytime we're nervous, that probably means you're trading with too much size, one, and two, you probably don't have a lot of faith in your strategy. So yeah, if you're not consistently profitable, don't worry about getting funded. Don't worry about passing challenges. It won't matter. Once you get funded, you're just gonna blow it anyway. Yeah, 3,000 drawdown. You're not even close yet. I mean, yeah, you gotta take that slow, size down, work on your trading. That should be your goal, is to get consistent with your trading, not to pass challenges. Okay, we are above yesterday's high. So bulls are coming back. They're making a comeback. There it is, Phoenix. Focus on the process. Yep. Work on your trading. The money will follow. If you try to make money, you will not do it. It's just how it works. All right, so now that we are above yesterday's high, that is what it is, right? Yep, the high. Looking for a pullback. So we got this nice trend up, looking to come back and test that area, have it hold, and then get long. The Nasdaq, meanwhile, not able to get back above yesterday's high. Actually rejected right off of it, pretty much to the tick. So not a good sign for the Nas. All right, getting one nice green bar here at the EMA. Jesse's here for the good looks and the silky voice. That's what my wife says. All right, well, EMA not holding on either indice, and we're rejecting off yesterday's high, so not a good look for the bulls. Getting rejected off the EMA yet again. This is just some really interesting action here. Very contentious spot in the chart because we had this big drop down below yesterday's high, tried to get above it and rejected. So far it's looking more bearish than bullish. We got to respect that. Nice. Looks like Archer and Neil both taking that double lower high. Right on. Right on. The only thing for me is that I still had an opportunity. This uptrend still could have went up, but I mean, it makes sense. We get rejected at yesterday's high. So I get it. I get it. I guess we probably could have drawn the channel a little bit tighter though. So that makes sense. Yeah, I dig that trade. All right, now we're working on another trend to the downside, and looks like the bears might be taking over. So we're going to be looking for an opportunity to short here. All right, we got that. The home sales number here in 2 minutes. Be aware of that. Still waiting on that pullback, but not going to be taking anything right on this news release. As we're waiting for this news to come out, I'm gonna update my banner a little bit. I have been trading with Tradeify, and they're having a sale right now. I got what is it? 50% off of their regular accounts and 40% off their straight to funded accounts. So if you're looking for a straight to funded option, been solid so far. Getting closer and closer to the payout. I will for sure let you guys know how that process goes, but I will say up till now, very responsive. I've had a couple customer service things. I've reached out to them, extremely responsive. And I know that, you know, they're backed by real traders. Brett Simba's behind that, and have done a lot of research and their homework before jumping into the space. So been a great experience so far. If you want to try that out, the discount right now is very solid. So I am just trying to put that here on my banner as we're letting the news settle down. Okay. So there's a little Tradeify logo we're going to add. Cool. So yeah, links in the description if you want to go for that discount. You can use my link if you want. The code right now is Turkey. That should be pretty easy to remember. Yeah, Shayak says, hope it's not going to be another FTT for sure. For sure. But so far, not getting the same red flags. The CEO is actually legit, actually a trader, been in the space for a long time. So yeah, we will see. No capital, it's Turkey, like Thanksgiving. Turkey is the code. All right, so we have one rejection off the EMA. Could consider a second entry if we get back there. But it looks like we might drop to a new low without that. Okay, still haven't made a new low, so we still could get that second entry short. All right, we got a double. Oh, I guess it's not a double bottom, but pretty much looks like it. So less inclined to take the short now. Nasdaq has a breaking new low. Now we are right at those overnight lows. So another very interesting area that we could potentially get a bounce from. However, this whole thing is very much looking like a head and shoulders. You got one shoulder here, head, other shoulder there. That could drive the market down. We still have yesterday's low down there. All right, getting a little bounce here. right at that potential support, right at the low of the day, kind of overnight low area. Still waiting for something to develop here. We need somewhat of a we need a trend, and we don't have one that we can really work with at the moment. We had this downtrend. It has a break. It has a new low. We're right at this potential support, so you don't want to try to short right into that. But we also don't have a long setup. We don't have a bullish channel that we can go off. So we need something like this to take a long trade, and we'd want to enter in somewhere up here, or we need this to drop down quite a bit more and you know, get below all this, to have like a break of this and a retest of this. That would present a good short, but right now we're kind of in no man's land, so good time to just maybe take a sip of that coffee, relax, and wait for the market to show its hand, as always. All right, here we're getting a little bit of a bounce. I like this. I like this. Okay, so like I just said, we're looking for a solid trend that we could go off. This is a little bit hard to draw. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look great yet, but we're at least moving in a direction, right? We're at least bouncing somewhere. We're not stuck in that chop zone. So a lot more hope for a trade setting up. potential overshoot here. Toad, is there only women in no man's land? Because that sounds like a trend I want to be part of. Makes sense. I mean, if it's no man's land, you know? Hey. All right, we're hitting above yesterday's high. Man, oh man, if we can get above this and above this little swing high, which is actually the high of the day. So we can make a new high of the day and have it hold. This could be money. All right, so here we are on this pullback. Would not be too excited to take a long because we rejected off yesterday's high. However, if the EMA holds really strongly, still gonna have to take it. It'll still be the setup. So watching for that here. We have one bar that looks like it's holding pretty decently. Right, will the EMA hold here? That's the question. The Nasdaq still has quite a ways to go before it even gets down to the EMA, which makes me think that S&P is going to drop a little bit more. But we shall see. Not getting the right bars anyway. We would want a bullish hammer to go long. And yeah, this is not it. You would want it to tick below and then end higher. Not getting that right now. Looks like it might actually end up as a bearish hammer. We'll see. It's a decent little bar. Still has a long ways to go to finish though. It's only halfway done. I think I'm going to wait for a higher low though. Because again, given that the Nasdaq could go quite a ways down for a pullback, and now this bar in the ES, forget about it. Look how huge that is. But yeah, if we come back and get a higher low, I'll be in on it. Come on, baby. Give us another chance. All right, not holding very well, but now the Nasdaq is officially back at the EMA, so this could be where we get a little support if, in fact, the Nasdaq is going to have a retest of that, or a new extreme of that uptrend. It's looking more like a V-shaped reversal, though. No bueno for the bulls here, guys. just when it looked like we may have some hope, tried to get above yesterday's high and smack down. Does feel newsy for sure, Tom. Yeah, definitely a lot of back and forth going on here. Sounds good, Archer. See in the Discord. Yeah, definitely the bias is all over the place. I mean, essentially, since the open, we're in just one big massive range. One big massive volatile range at that. Big move up, big move down, big move up, big move down. Feels like it's going to break here. Feels like it's going to go down farther than this. Maybe come and test the overnight lows, maybe come to yesterday's low. That definitely has that feeling right now. All right, it does look like this downtrend may be played out. We had to move down, break new low. We're at the range support. Again, I feel like this is going to break, but if it doesn't, I would be looking for a double higher low to take a long, play the range, and get a move back upwards. Widening this downtrend. Yeah, this is very bearish here. See if we get a retest of that breakout level. That'd make a great area for a short. So hoping we can get a pullback all the way to the moving average. That's where I'll be looking for a short. So far, not getting there. Ooh, getting a pretty swift bounce here, but we'll see what happens at the moving average. Wow, look at that candle. My goodness. This is getting whippy out here, guys. This is getting a little sketch. Okay, let's see if we get another rejection at the moving average here. All right, back below the EMA, I will look at a lower high if we can get it. Starting to making higher lows and higher highs here, working our way back into the range. Man, oh man, this is, some people are having some rough days today. I can guarantee you that, with all these whippy kind of reversals going on. Man, oh man. All right, well, this is crazy, y'all. Hope you guys are trading safe out there. Some serious moves in both directions. Yeah, still would consider a short here. We did reject at that breakout area. Going to need a really solid looking lower high though, so waiting for that. So we'll see how this forms here. Perhaps with a really solid lower high, we can get a chance to enter this. Look for a new low today. But with, pardon me, with all the action so far, it would be more likely just to get a V-shaped reversal. All right, no solid lower high for us. We still have a chance. It still hasn't gone too low. Come on, baby. I need that bar to tick higher. There it is. Okay, so if this reverses down bearish, that is going to be my entry. I'm getting ready here. Nope, 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 nope. Didn't close bearish. Bullish body. Couldn't do it. Still have one more chance. Still could get one more little lower high. Just need a bearish body though. I'm not going to go. Not wise to go short underneath a bullish bar. It opened, or sorry, it closed higher than it opened. So. A little bit undecided here. Starting to get stacked around that area, and still the volatility, man, oh man, some serious volatility today. Look at this candle. Jeez Louise. Yeah, there's some people having bad days today, guys. I can guarantee you that. So, anyway. Alright, well, that short is no longer. I'm going to head over to the Discord. As always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been real. Yeah, with this action, we should have some setups. Like, the market's moving. That's great for us traders. So, looking forward to sniping some setups for the rest of the day. But take care, guys. Hope you have a wonderful trading day. Stay safe. As always, be smart. And I will see you next time. Peace.